Alright guys, welcome back. So this will be the part 2 of our favorites slash rating option. So in this video we'll be adding the option to rate a listing, and the rating is of course only possible if that person is logged in. So let's start by adding a button and an input field, right? So inside this, let's go to our, where was it, listing.html. So under the favorite button, under and if I'll copy this, we want something like this anyways, and a BR of course, paste. So if request is authenticated, of course it will go, it will do the same thing. Now instead of favorite, we'll add rate, like if rate is possible. So if rating is possible, we'll do the rating, else I'll do a P button, which will say I've already logged in. So wait, so we want this here, if rate, and CSR token of course, uh, if rate, then the option to rate it. So else we will say yes, already rated this, or login of course. So inside that I'm gonna do if request dot user dot is authenticated, then a p tag with a message saying you have already rated this product or this listing. Else, and of course our end if, and delete the button. Say please log in to rate this product, I mean this listing, and this should be rate, and input won't be of type hidden. By default we'll have a value, we won't have a value, so this will be required of course, and we'll do a placeholder saying uh, what enter value from 1 to 10. Yeah, so and I'll call this rating of course, my rating, and I'll give a class of form control. Form control, it's a bootstrap class, and I'll add div here. I want this button to be in a single line, and this will take a class of flex, I mean sorry, style of display flex. Save. Let's reload our page, and if expected and unexpected block, so we have end if, that's two end if. So yeah, so it says you have already rated this product, and that's because we don't have this rate. Now let's implement that logic, uh, but before that, let's go to views.py, and I'll add rate equal to true, just to check the buttons coming properly. Reload. So we have enter value, right? The button looks too big, so you want only button success and of class pt. Reload. So we have enter value from 1 to 10. uh, rate option. Yeah, I'll make this primary. Primary looks better. Okay, so we have that thing set up. Now before going to use.py, we need to go to our models.py, and we need to add two things: the total rating and number of rating. That means, so what this does is we are going to calculate our uh, rating value from by dividing total rating with number of people who rated. So models dot integer field and null equal to true. Yeah, and number of rating is models dot integer field null equals to true, and I'll save it. So make migrations and migrate, run this server. So that's done. Now let's just go to our views.py, and inside our listing, so views.py, inside our listing, I'm going to take the rate listing. So uh, inside our user, we need to add one more model. So basically it's going to say if the user has already rated or not. So it will be same as this. The only difference, it will be called rate listing, and I'll delete the space. The rate listing, what basically it does is, it's going to check if the user has already rated this. If it has, it will say to the person, I mean inside the website, that you have already rated this, thank you. Else, the option to rate it, of course. Run server use.py, and inside use.py, of course, like favorite, you want to take rate listing. So I'll just copy this, paste it. So that's done. So of course we want to uh, so okay, that's basically it for now. And what I'm going to do now is make both this into a list. So I'm going to split both favorites. uh, yeah, it's already split over here. So for favorites not needed. For rate listing, I'll just copy this, paste, copy, same, done. So we have made rate listing into a list, so it will be easier for the program to check if it is already there. And so what we're going to do, by default rate is going to be false, and if where was this, if strpk in rate listing, then rate is going to be false. So we need that to be true. So if strpk not in rate listing, rate equals to true. Yeah, and by default in listing we have a null value. Code, yeah, default value as null. So by default it will be true. Let's just check that. Reload. As you can see, by default is true, since the value is null. So let's just log out and check. Anonymous as not object favorite. So the issue here is, we are trying to get favorites from request.user, but we have to check if the request.user is there, right? So else it will throw an error. So request.user.is authenticated, then do this, then do all the steps. Reload. Please log into rate listing. So that's done. He doesn't have an option to what you say, bookmark this. So that's okay. I'll leave a space over here. So next is to get the value. Yeah. So it's going to be from my list, my rating. So inside views, so inside request.post, I want to say if in request.post, then get that, right? So we are taking the my rating, and uh, what we're going to do is going to convert that into int, and we're going to check uh, if he has already rated or not. So if str, just in case, pk not in rate listing, then we are gonna add the total. But there's something else we have to do. Inside listing we have given this value as null, so we can't plus one to a null. So we want to check if it's not, if it is there. So if listing dot total rating is there, then we want to do listing dot total rating plus equal to int of request dot post my rating, and listing dot number of rating plus equals 1. Yeah. Else listing dot total rating will be 1 will be int of uh, request dot post of my rating, and the number rating would be 1, of course. Number of rating is 1, and that's it. So basically that's it. So all you have to do is now save this. Also add the pk into rate listing. So str pk, and also inside the rated listings, uh, the requested user request requested dot use request dot user dot rate listing, you have to save it. So it's going to be rate list. We want to join it, of course, my bad. Dot join, we want to convert that into string. Rate listing, save it. Also for listing dot save. So basically that should work, and now all you have to do is take the rate, the rating, and current rating. So current rating, I'm going to give this as false by default, or 0. And what I'm going to do is if listing dot number of rating, if it is there, we are going to calculate the current rating, that is listing dot total rating by listing dot number of rating, and you're going to pass that. So I'll pass that as current rating itself, and save it inside listing, and under description. Yeah, I'll do that under description. Or wait, I'll do that under category. So what's category? So I'll do this here. So I'll copy this, paste, and rating, and I'm going to do an if condition. So percent if, what was the name we gave? Current rating. So if current rating, and percent else percent and if. So if current rating, then show the current rating. Copy this, paste it, else uh, no rating made for this listing yet. Save, reload. So no rating made for this listing yet. uh, so we logged in Christopher Matthew, invalid credentials. Oh, right. So my bad, spelling mistake. Anyways, let's go to trial one. So as of now, no rating is there. So I'll give a rating of 9. Rate. You already rated this product and rating is 9.0. So let's log in with some other user, and I'm gonna log in with already created user and trial one. Wait, what is this? Trial one. Rating is 9.0. So I'll give a rating of 8. So 9 plus 8 is 17. By 2 should be 18.5. 8.5. So we have a rating of 8.5. Now, there's another issue. Uh, if the person gives a rating above 10 or less than 10, less than 0, uh, we need to return an error, right? So my rating, so if end of my rating greater than 10 or end of my rating less than 0, for now I'll print and I'll show you why error, just print error. So I'll just reload this. So if I go to Systematic 7, uh, in models.core I forgot to put the rate listing in our admin.py. So I'll just do that. Load, so you have 1, so I'll just remove that and I'll save. Oof. No, I didn't put the field as null, so that's why. I'm not going to do that now, so I'll just save it as 1 itself. Let's save it as comma. Yeah, that should work. So, moment I reloaded that. So, Systematic 7 would have 2 commas. Save, featured listing, trial 1, and if I enter minus 300, it still works. So we have minus 68.5, and we don't want that. We don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do, we'll return an error message if it's not there. Like if you have something, so we'll see the error. Yeah, the error is there. So the printing is working. Anyways, so what we are going to do is actually return the error in messages.success and redirect the user. Uh, no, I'll just return the error and we'll add that error function alert functionality in what do you say, in that page, listing page. So I'm going to say message start error and cite this. Please enter a value from 1 to 10, 0 to 10, and we will render it. So this will be an else if. Save it. That should work. So before that, go to listing. No, go to our dashboard.html. So inside we will have something called alert content files. I'll copy this, and inside listing.html on the top, uh, this. So we'll have it over for this. So I'll put that above navbar. Save it. I already rated for this. I'll do it for something else. Rate. Django rejects has not message error, so it's a spelling mistake. So inside view, let's check if we have important messages. So it seems we did import messages, but it's from checks. It's not should be from contrib. So from Django.contrib import messages. Yeah. Uh, so we need a position argument, and that's supposed to be the request. I forgot to add that. So what was the error message? So please enter a value from 0 to 10, and no changes. So if I enter 7, the rating happens. So that's it, guys. So basically we have done rating, and we also added a favorite option. Favorite, go to dashboard and set favorites. Invalid neutral. uh that's because we did something stupid. Yeah, I said we don't want comma. Save it. uh we manually edited this, that's why that happened. Let's see why that happened. So let's go to dashboard accounts. You start py. Where was it? Favorite listing indi starts from 1. So let's print it. See if that happens. Save it. Reload this. What was the other? So we have 2 here. We don't have 1. So basically, yeah. Nah, we added comma. That's right. Uh, if I do that, it should work. Let's we go view listing and favorite. So favorite, reload, continue, go back, add more, add this also as favorite. Give rating of minus 27. So minus 12. Rate, please enter value from 21. 234. No. Star under 5. Rate 5 happens. Yeah. Dashboard, favorites. So we have 2 listings under favorites. Here are your favorite listing. So everything else works. So that's it. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, do subscribe, do like. That's all. Thank you guys for watching.